Morning, Jonathan. Just watching in sunny Minorca at the minute. Why not you over here? Why aren't you back over here, Jonathan? That's not fair being over there. Morning, Mick. How are you? Yeah, website was absolutely shocking yesterday. Like I say, got the second half on, so we're all right. Morning, Jamie. Didn't watch the game. Listen, sounded like we played well and put in some work. See, that's what pre-season training's for. Get some minutes in your legs, build up the performances, and get better as we go. I was a bit surprised at the selection, though. Morning, Luke. How are you? No striker to start off with, I thought. Is he going to play the Barcelona way, this ticky-tacky football? Yes, Mark, I was the same. At one point, it wouldn't even let me log in, and there was a couple of people on the phones at the bar. Wouldn't let them log in. So we finally got it on Twitter for the second half. I was pulling my hair out what little I've got left. But yeah, we finally saw it. But always blame the missus. I like the look of Hendek. I think it's Henduku. I don't think there's an H in there, Darren. I think it's Henduku. Albrighton was injured, Steve, wasn't he? Pure said in his post-match comments that Albrighton and Danny Sinser have took... Morning, Daniel. How are you? Oh, you only round the corner? Oh, yes, you came in the other day, didn't you? Yes, Daniel. Hope you're well. Simpson and Albrighton took minor knocks. They should be all right for the first game of the season. In time for the game, quite enjoyed it. I wish I could have seen it all. I'd have loved to enjoy it. But from what I heard, yeah, watch us on 100% LCFC. Watch us on Twitter and YouTube today. If you can't get us on Facebook, you can still see us on Twitter and YouTube. Darnell Johnson played a screamer of a game. So you'll have to tell me, because I didn't see some of it. With working in the bar as well, I didn't see a lot. I saw some of it, but not all of it. I heard Madison play quite well. And I've also heard that Madison looked better than Silva. Well, you know my feelings on Silva, that I don't really rate Silva. I finally watched it on Twitter yesterday, so... Question, Drinky, I would have back. Telepathic with Vardy, don't understand haters. Morning, Jamie. One away to Alcudi Market. We'll nip in to the bar if we get time. Well, you've got to walk past it, so you can either go... If you go into the market, you can walk past it, or when you're coming back. It might be best when you come back, you get a bit more time, relax. See, I've heard that. Great. Morning, Adam. How are you? Morning, Mark. How are you? Yes, great. Mark, see, you know my feelings on Gray. I think he's got a bit of a... He needs to come to the party a bit more. He took the goal ever so well. But what else did he do? What else did Gray actually do? 3,500, Stephen. Were you one of them 3,500, Stephen? Was there anybody there? Anybody watching me now that was there? Because it looked a decent crowd. It was about half and half, wasn't it? It was 7,500 and Leicester had 3,500. It's not a bad figure for an away for friendly. I know it was only up the road in Nottingham. It's still not bad. First pre-season game, friendly. I thought all the goals were... I saw the goals. I thought all the goals were taken well, but Gray's decision making was... Hold on a minute, sorry. My eyesight's not the best this morning for some reason. Pouring the fair, yeah. I'd have drink water back. Some people, I don't think you're the only one, Jamie, saying don't rate Silva. All the big talk about him when we signed him. Yeah. Gray was shot, Silva was shot. Silva played yesterday? Or are you talking about the whole season? Morning, Gareth. See, I thought that Gareth last year. And he had his chance, but he didn't actually do a lot, did he? He didn't do his... Just out of interest, why all of a sudden is everyone talking about Drinky? Is there any rumours that I've missed that he's coming back? Seems to be a lot of the conversation there seems about Drinkwater. John Squires, good, glad you were there. Did you see Phil while you were there? Anybody see Phil? Anybody have a chat with him? Anybody talk about Leicester while you were there? If you ever see Phil at an away game or a home game, just have a chat with him. He'll love to get your views on it. Yes, Craig, the World Cup players, they come back. Some of them are there now. And the only ones that are not on the plane to Austria are Vardy and Harry Maguire. And they go to Austria on Monday. I was there. Good, Paul. Anybody see Phil? Anybody have a word with Phil? Morning, Anthony. How are you? I know, Anthony, you had a word with Phil, didn't you? Kaputski looked good, But his shot still ended up down Narber Road, still travelling down Narber Road, innit? Oh, right. Hold on, I'm just catching up with the comments because there's a lot of... you have to think we are missing one of three... Yeah, so not bad game without them. Clearly, and yeah, totally agree with that, Greg. Once they come back in, 20 million first refusal, have we? I never knew that, Mark. We have the first option to buy Drinky back if he leaves, but would we? Says we'll be giving first refusal on Drinky. Oh, right. I saw him, too drunk to talk. He don't mind talking to anybody. Morning, Adam, how are you? Yeah, I saw your talk to Phil, yeah. I chatted with a few fans before and after. I called it off. I saw more of Madison in 45 minutes. Yeah. Well, Phil, you know my views on Silva. I don't rate him. We bought him for 22 million. I don't think he's worth 22 quid at the minute. Only stayed for 30 minutes, then got back to the boozer. From what I see, Madison looks like he will be quality. Evans looked a bit nervous for me. Grade, yeah. I don't think Grade... Phil dug out his black top tiles. I was going to put my yellow one on today, but I thought it was a bit... With Phil with his black one, me and my yellow one, it'd look a bit like we're trying to match up shirts, but we're not. So I've gone with the old Alliance and Leicester one this time. It was a cracking goal. Morning, Christopher, how are you? Talk of... Yes, I saw that. Balassi from Everton. Nah, you're all right. But yeah. Andy King. Sore point with a lot of people. What role do you think Morgan will have? I don't think he'll be a regular starter. I really don't think Morgan will be regular. Maybe the cup games and come in for injuries. But I can't see him starting. I really can't. Not a regular one. Was Madison good? Have we signed that Iranian player yet? Anybody say his name? Because I can't. There was a bit of a... I'm not sure whether it was a false lead. Yes, Jensen, I do. Yes, Jensen, I have the bar in Alcudia called the Foxes Arms on the main road. Not the main strip, on the main road. You walk past it. Every time you go on the main road, you will walk past it. You can't get lost. Yes, King, only player to acknowledge the crowd, which it shows how much of a legend he is. Amarty had a... See, it's hard to tell on the TV because you can't really see the runs a lot, especially when it's... I think Anthony, that's down to France winning the World Cup. It was a bit of red, bit of blue. Hold on, Phil, sorry. I was disappointed at the end. Three less fans going pre-season match, and Andy King and Fuchs even acknowledged the fans at the end. Even in the warm-up, there was no... You would have thought so. With so many fans there, you'd have thought that at least got over. But the only thing I'm thinking, Andy King, why did he give his shirt away? You don't normally see that in a pre-season friendly. Is it going to be his last game? Does he know something we don't know? Is Harry staying hard to replace? Yes, he will be. Hold on, I've just missed a comment. I feel Morgan will still be captain. See, they've said Morgan is the club captain, which is totally different to team captain. It used to be a big thing 20, 30 years ago. Hello, Will, how are you? Morning, Mick, how are you? Oh, Mike, sorry. Fuchs stood out, did he? No, see, no one's mentioned Fuchs this year in that game. I think it's going to be Belayun. The man is class. I don't think he's class. I don't think Belayun will stay, to be honest. Had a Barney with Pule. You never know, do you? You never know. The Andy King thing was planned, I think. There was an official television video guy writing... Ah, right, okay. Morning, Stephen, how are you? We may have Mendy. Well, after 2 years, finally, we might have Mendy able to play. He hasn't done much for us, has he? Didn't play much the first year. Morning, Liam. Yeah, I've just got big shoulders at the minute. So it's all paper talk. All paper talk. You just do not know what's going on. That Iranian. There was a bit of a, like I say, a bit of a false lead on the plane. Austrian Airlines. Oh yeah, I got some German bloke in the bar yesterday asking me if I was Australian. Do I sound Australian? It's 135. I've got to be in there, Will. Sorry, 135. Danny Ward, a good keeper. There we go. Somebody's mentioned the keeper. 3 weeks ago, everyone was saying we need a backup keeper. We buy a keeper for 12 million quid. All of a sudden, oh, he's a replacement for Schmeichel. Schmeichel's off. So 3 weeks ago, we needed a keeper. We buy a keeper as a quality replacement. We had two good keepers. But we didn't have a quality one to push Schmeichel for that first team spot. Now we've got a half-decent keeper to push him. Everyone's saying Schmeichel's off. Morning, Richard. How are you? Why should Schmeichel go? Why should he? I mean, he's a good shot stopper. He didn't have his best season last year. I just wish he could command the box a bit more. That's the only thing. We still need a quick striker to take... Yes. Morning, Darren. How are you? Good day, sport. Australian? Me? Do I sound it? Throw another shrimp on the barbie. That's about it. Let's just have a look at my list. Musa. 40 million for Musa. Have a laugh. You having a laugh, ain't ya? 40 million. They've just turned it down a bid for 14 million. I think it's all paper talk. It's all silly season. Djokovic, no, I don't think so. Well, for 12 million, he can't be that bad, can he? He's going to be pushing him. More than hammering Jokovic was. But he's not. That's what I mean. So even if you're saying Danny Ward is not quality, so he's not going to be a replacement for Schmeichel then, is he? You've just answered that question. But how do you know? You hear these reports. You don't. These reports are stupid sometimes. Morning, Annie. How are you? Yeah, see, Johnson was the only one that played the full 90 minutes. You flaming galah. We're making yeah, we would be making a mistake. Can't see that's marking. As you said, Ward is to push. Yes. See, Schmeichel had a few good games in the World Cup against pub teams. Like England. I wanted England to win. Simple as. I jumped on the bandwagon, as you all know. Morning, Ernie. How are you? I jumped on the bandwagon. England, but we didn't play that many decent teams. Same as Schmeichel. Schmeichel had a few good games against pub teams, and everyone's now coming for them. Simple as that. I don't think Drinky will come back, to be honest. I'd like it, but I can't see it. Would you have Danny? No, he's too injury prone. Danny Ings is too injury prone. So, unfortunately not. Morning from sunny, hot Iraq. You in Iraq? Bloody hell. Ward has potential to be good. He just needs a run in the team, doesn't he? Absolutely love the shows, guys. Keep the good work. Cheers, Adam. Thank you. Like and share this video. 128. Oh, 128. It's nearly there. Don't forget, if I get over 135 today, next time it's 145. The numbers have to keep going up. It's not 135 yet, Terry. It hasn't been 135. How old is Ward? 25, 26. He's got about 4 or 5 years. Morning, Andreas. How are you? So there's lots of people. Andy King gives his shirt to the elder sister fan, and everyone wants him to stay. Well, Andy King's legend, but it's time to move up. I think we need to set. I think we are set now for a new start. Yes. Yeah, it's not going to reach 135 today. Johnson, Danelle Johnson, not Johnston. Johnson looked good at centre back, not great at right back. He was probably filling in because Simpson was injured. But he looked good. A young lad. I think he's Johnson. Darnell Johnson. Is he 19 or 20? Not quite sure. He's young. He's young enough to be. Yeah, he's still got 10 years. We ran a poll. Yeah, what King to stay? I think we've always. Chelsea must be desperate if they're going to sign. See, did you see that Chelsea wanted? Morning, Wayne. How are you? Oh, 133. 133. It's nearly there. I've just seen it. Oh, it's gone down a bit. Yeah, sorry, Scott, not quite. Yeah, oh, it's 134. We're getting there. No, not quite. Oh, 137. Right, yes, well done everyone. In 5 minutes, I'll jump in the pool. Not a problem, yeah. Let me do it, I'll do it at the end of the show like I normally do. I'm not going to do it yet, there's still a bit more to talk to. Still a long way off my record, I got 166 one week. Yeah, I'll be in, look. The pool's there. I'm here. Let me just finish talking, and then I'll get in the pool. Promise, cross my heart, if I don't do it, 3 pints to everyone that comes in today. All take this code of 135, and if you come in today, no, I'm joking, because there's a few people here. Yeah, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it now and sit here soaking wet. Andy King to Fulham, you never know. That's a decent shout. He might get some. Yes, I'm going in. Bath time for Jamie, yes. Free beer, no, not free beer. That's only if I don't do it. Phil, you've got beer on your mind, you have. If Leicester win the Premier League, there'll be a pint for everyone that comes in. And, right, if Leicester win the league, the code is, yeah, you've got to come in and say, hashtag 135. If we win the league, and you'll get a free beer. Morning, Leighton, how are you? If you come in and say, you've got to literally walk up to me, no one else, walk up to me and say, hashtag 135, you'll get a free beer. And the flight out there, no, not the flight. You've got to come to me and say, hashtag 135. Always got to 142. I might break my actual record. Record's 166 on a Sunday morning. That's 146. It's getting up there. 300 to 1. Is that all it is this year? Leicester to win the league, 300 to 1. You've got to come and say it personally to my face, Ben. Say it personally to my face. You've got to say hashtag 135. Joao and Salama. That's only if Leicester win the league, though, by the way. Yes, you do, 100%. You've got to. Rob, how can Wolves be 200 to 1? Joao and Salamani. Yes, Rob. What do you want to say about Joao and Salamani? Which one's going to... Wolves are 250. I don't... Why are Wolves it's stupid. How can Wolves be higher up than us just because they've made a few good signings? 300 to 1 for us. Morgan off to Forest. He was off to Stoke as well at one point. Keep him. I'd keep one of them. I would honestly keep one of them. Won't be caught out again. Yeah. So, but remember, if Leicester win the league, next year, you've got to come into the bar and say, hashtag 135, and you'll get a free beer. Morning, Lee, how are you? They did play well, but Joao, from the one I saw, Joao looked like he was playing on the wing a bit, to be honest. They're just trying to get minutes in their legs, I think, at the minute, just to get some game time. I mean, they've got 2 more games. Wes back to Forest would be good for him. Then we would wish him well. Yeah, of course you would. Burnley, who? Terry, who's that? No, he was on loan, wasn't he? Derek Dugan making a comeback. Can't see Derek Dugan making a comeback. I think he's on... No. See, next week... Yeah, I know it was 146, but... Next week, I need to get 146, because this week, I'm in. Would you keep... Well, Matty James is injured at the minute. You can't sell an injured player. I think he could be... Honestly, he keeps picking up these injuries. Morning, Craig. How are you? He keeps picking up these injuries. And I think he might be finished. Sooner or later, he's going to keep struggling. You pick up one injury, then you pick up another injury. It was a decent pre-season. Fans were... in good form. Sorry, the sun's shining on it, I can't see it. They had to chuck fans out of the concourse at half time to stop stealing beer. Yeah, I'm going to do it, don't panic. Maguire stays, yes, I hope Maguire. Sturridge to Leicester, good plan. I'm not too sure about Sturridge. Div 2 team, they scored first. Not nothing. I know, we're not getting excited. It's just belly flop or bomb into the put. I think it'll just be jumping over the top and lie flat. Right. Just remember, I'll have both games on at the bar this week. The one on Wednesday, which kicks off at 6 o'clock. And the one on Saturday against Udinese, which is a 3 o'clock kickoff. These are all our times. So if you're in Alcudia, come and watch. Also, don't forget our Fantasy Football League that we're running on 100% LCFC. I'll get James to put the code up again for you this week, so you can join the league. I think we had about 120 last year join in. So let's try and make it. I don't think many people are going. Triple backflip. But so don't forget the Fantasy Football League. Right, I'm going to get ready to jump in the pool because you've got so many viewers. Morning, Simon. Morning, Mark. Read this morning, Chelsea. Yeah, Joe Hart for 5 million. Bet the Chelsea fans are loving that. From Sligo in Ireland. How you doing there, David? That's my Irish impression, trying to be. Bolster in the squad, not looking. See, that's the point. We're not getting a lot of people to go, are we? Talking of going, can you all see it? Let's just get the camera about right. Are you ready for the big splash? Right. You made me do this. Everyone watching, the viewing figures are up quite high. Let me just, hold on a minute. Oh, it's a bit cold. It's a bit cold. I might not do it now. Or shall I do it though? It's cold. I've got to just sort of, and I'll sing a song as well. I know I'm not quite ready for that bit yet, Mark, but near Arrivederci. I don't say Arrivederci, but are we ready? I'll think of something new to do next week if we get above the figures. Are we ready? See, it's cold. I don't want to go in, but I'm going in. I'm Leicester till I die. I'm Leicester till I die. I know I am. I'm sure I am. I'm Leicester till I die. Oh, that was a little bit wet this morning. So, hope you enjoyed, everyone. I'll see you next week. And it's ciao ciao, adios, au revoir, goodbye. If anyone wants to join me next week in the pool, let me know and I'll speak to you later. And we'll do an interview. If anyone wants to come and join me for an interview, if we get over a certain figure, we all jump in the pool. See you later. Adios. Bye-bye. Have a good Sunday.